from today's lineup with a right hand bruise. He's going to undergo initial imaging today. Obviously, Meredith and us will bring you any information that comes about after that imaging. Today's starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. Anthony Volpe leading off. Ben Rice slides into the 2-hole, and it's Aaron Judge, Alex Verdugo, Gleyber Torres, Austin Wells, DJ LeMahieu, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Trent Grisham rounding out the Yankees starting lineup.
That lineup going to face a tough right-hander, and Chris Bassett finishing up his warm-up tosses. It'll be his 17th start of the year, the good ERA at 3.45. We'll check out our Nissan pitcher scouting report on Bassett. He has been a Yankee killer in his career. 4 starts, a 1 ERA, and a 188 batting average against. And looking for a little help. His last 3 outings, he has left the game in line for a win, but the bullpen has blown all of those games. And usually we talk about a 3-pitch mix, maybe a 4-pitch mix. This guy supposedly throws 8 pitches, so a lot for the Yankees to deal with today.
Let's check out the defense presented by Defender. Schneider in left, Kiermaier in center, Springer in right, Clement and Bichette on the left side, IKF and Turner on the right. Alejandro Kirk behind the plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the DH. So Anthony Volpe stepping in after the Yankees' 16-run outburst last night. Volpe had a couple of hits, 2 runs scored. Yankees had 9 different players with an RBI last night, most since August of 2015. And Volpe fouls away the first pitch, 0-1. You mentioned it, Chris Bassett has been one of the best pitchers in the American League since the start of May, and he has been so tough on the Yankees in his career.
Yeah, great numbers against the Yankees, and when you talk about the 8 pitches that he throws, it's pretty much the sinker, cutter, curveball, the top 3. There's the cutter.
Yeah, 75% of his pitches are in that sinker, cutter, curve. And then you have the sweeper, the split, the changeup, the slider, the four-seamer mixed in after.
Kirk is obviously having trouble getting on the same page with the 8-pitch mix. But, you know, Ryan, I would say is a sweeper and a slider the same thing? They document it as 2 different pitches. The sinker and the four-seamer, I mean, you know, I can look at this and say, yeah, he probably throws 5, 6 pitches, but we'll see how it registers on StatCast 3D.
Presented by Google Cloud. Here it is. Yeah, they just keep coming. Another, then another, and one more. Yeah, you see pitch 4 down. It's a fairly even split, but all 6% or less as Volpe chases a high cutter there and goes down on strikes, 1 away. The keys to the game brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, when you had 18 hits and 16 runs last night for Aaron Boone's club, you want to keep the line moving and get into the bullpen. The Toronto bullpen has been a disaster all year, 28th in the major leagues. And maybe your closer, Clay Holmes, needs some work. He has not thrown in 5 days. So we'll see if Aaron Boone gets him in there this game either way.
Here's Ben Rice. Rice lines that into left center, a base hit for Ben Rice. Nice piece of hitting. And a 1-out base runner in front of Aaron Judge.
Well, we've seen Ben Rice be a very patient hitter, but not wasting any time against Bassett. A sinker out over the plate. And just a beautiful swing, staying inside the baseball, driving it the other way. An impressive young hitter.
Here's Aaron Judge. The numbers are remarkable. Had 3 more hits last night. A couple of ribbies. Most RBIs through 84-team games by any big league player since 2013. Miguel Cabrera and Chris Davis both did it that year. First time a Yankee has had this many RBIs through 84-team games since A-Rod in 2007. Coors Light beating the pressure. How about Aaron Judge in June? I mean, the month is almost over. The man is hitting .395 this month with a .500 on-base percentage. Not to mention the .852 slugging. We have a pitch clock violation on Judge here, and the count now 1-1.
Ryan, you and I were talking about it a little bit after the game last night. 79 RBIs already.
And check that, it's on the pitcher, so 2-0.
So Aaron Judge in the driver's seat here, 2-0. I mean, 79 RBIs. We're not even in the month of July yet.
And Judge absolutely rifles it off of Bassett. Judge is going to have a base hit. And the Blue Jays going to come out to check on Chris Bassett. Not sure where that one caught him.
Looking at his right arm. Boy, you hate to see this. I mean, any line drive off of any batter's bat, but an Aaron Judge line drive.
We'll get the exit velocity momentarily because that ball was scorched. Yeah, it looks like right near that elbow forearm area for Bassett. 101.6 off the bat for Aaron Judge. And Bassett still flexing. The Blue Jays bullpen has had a really tough time all season. The Yankees lit them up last night.
You can see the bruise already.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the bullpen and their struggles. I'm sure John Snyder, the manager, obviously would like to keep his starting pitcher in here, but you got to protect him from himself, right?
Yeah, and you could see, wow, look at that welt already, my goodness. And we're going to see what he's going to do. I guess Bassett will stay in the game. Nothing about those warm-up tosses seemed confident.
I'm with you. I mean, I watched both of those, or a few of those pitches, very tentative. Oh. Well, I hate to say it. Maybe it got him in a good spot. Obviously, you don't want to get hit anywhere, but you're thinking bad thoughts when that line drive comes right back up the middle. Up the middle of the forearm.
Well, here's Verdugo, who also broke out last night. And he takes a strike with that 70-mile-an-hour curveball. Verdugo had an RBI double and an RBI single in his final two plate appearances. I'm sure Schneider's going to be watching closely here with Bassett. And it's 0-2.
Ryan, and Bassett is a guy who has taken a line drive off of his face before, so obviously some scary moments, and again looking down and flexing that right hand, clearly very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you wonder, is this the kind of thing that will get more uncomfortable as the game goes along? I mean, you could see, John, he's bending over, taking an extra moment. Nobody warming yet, but obviously if Bassett left due to injury, whoever came in would have as much time as they needed. Verdugo tips it to stay alive.
Oh, wow.
It's already so discolored.
Listen, I'm sure John Snyder, the whole training staff, all the coaches locked in on the body language of Chris Bassett after every pitch that he throws.
Just in general, he just has looked uncomfortable since getting hit. The 0-2. On the inside corner, strike three. Well, he painted just fine with that sinker.
We talked about the 8 pitches, but the sinker is the bread and butter. The front hip to a lefty, you think it's going to be inside, and then it runs back and catches that inside corner. But again, bending over, he's not in good shape right now, trying to gut his way through this first inning.
And you wonder if we'll see him beyond. Here's Torres. Had a homer last night, a single to right, and a sac fly as he lofts that down the left field line. Foul. You could see how elated Glaber was last night after the game in the clubhouse with Meredith and the media, and just you could feel the weight lifted for Glaber.
Yeah, and you enjoy the moment, you enjoy the night, and you say, okay, maybe now I'm on my way, but quickly it returns, Ryan, when you get in the box the next day, like, okay, now I got to build on that. I got to feel that feeling again and maybe get on a hot streak. So it's that roller coaster for a hitter every day. This at bat right here with 2 outs, runner in scoring position would go a long way to build on that confidence that he started last night.
Marcus Stroman apologized to Glaber for his reactions last night. Runners both going. Throw down to third, not in time. Risky business with 2 out. But a double steal as Rice and Judge are both safe on strike 2.
Yeah, Rice had a really good jump. Judge following the throw right on the money. I'm sure they're probably going to take a look at this. Let's see. Throw right there.
Close.
Left foot looked like it got in there. Did the tag go to the right leg?
Challenging the safe call at third base.
Oh, I think he's out.
Hello, New York.
I think the glove meets the back foot before the front foot hits the bag.
Boy, and this is one of those situations, Ryan, if you're a young base runner and Ben Rice, you have to make sure that you're safe at third.
This challenge replay is brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Yeah, that is an aggressive chance. You know what?
Is there enough to overturn?
Yeah, I'm not sure, because if the front foot is scraping the bag there before the heel hits it, then I think he's safe, and there may not be enough to overturn it. It's close. Is the front of the foot on the bag there or not till the heel?
I think from that look, I think he's out, and
I think he is too.
Clement, the third baseman, trying to apply that tag obviously to the left foot, but it ends up getting the right foot.
The only thing, John, is there any part of the cleat that's on the base, just skimming it before that heel comes in? Because if it is, then I think you may not have enough to overturn it.
But could we get any more happening in the top of the first inning?
My
Juan
goodness.
Soto's a late scratch.
Wow.
Bassett takes a line drive off of his forearm.
We're really earning that dinner in Toronto. Here we go.
After review, the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Well, Ben Rice, that is a mistake you don't want to make. Trying to steal third makes the last out there to end the first.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
Have you seen my phone?
No. Great.
Ooh, you break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Verizon.
An eventful top of the first. Yankees do not score. Let's take a look at today's Blue Jays starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. Bo Bichette leading off IKF, a 12-game hitting streak, bat second. Then it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's been red hot, followed by Justin Turner, George Springer, Schneider, Kurt Clement, and Kevin Kiermaier rounds out the Blue Jays starting lineup.
That lineup for the Blue Jays going to face Nestor Cortez. It'll be his 18th start of the year, 3.40 ERA. We'll check out our Nissan pitcher scouting report. He has been Mr. Reliable, has taken the ball every fifth day. The 18th start tied for the most in the major leagues, and he found his stride over his last 8 games, giving up 3 runs or fewer in 7 out of 8 of those games. And you always got to bring up the home-road splits, a 1.8 at home and a 5.57 ERA on the road, trying to make those numbers look a little bit better here in the Rogers Center.
Let's check out the defense presented by Defender. Verdugo in left, Grisham in center. Oswaldo Cabrera replaced Juan Soto in right when Soto was a late scratch. LeMahieu and Volpe on the left side. Torres and Ben Rice on the right side. Austin Wells behind the plate with Judge DHing. Sure, there'll probably be a little conversation with Ben Rice, I'd imagine, after making that final out at third base, trying to steal. Do we think he did it on his own? Could that have been called?
I don't know if you're going to call
That's
a
what I'm
first
thinking,
and second
yeah.
double steal with 2 outs in the first inning as you're trying to get on the board.
And that's how I feel too, John, but just throwing it out there just to account for the possibility. And this year, 9 stolen bases in the minors for Ben Rice. Bo Bichette with outstanding numbers in his career off of Nestor Cortez. 8 for 13, 2 home runs. 8 for 14, 1 strikeout. Let's take a look at our scouting on DJ Rayburn. Oh, neutral, right down the middle. More outside strikes, fewer inside strikes. 17th season. He is a crew chief. Here's Kiner Falefa, has had a great series and has been hot of late. 12-game hitting streak for IKF. Had a homer and a single last night. 395 over the hitting streak and slugging over 600 during it.
Well, we talked in the open to our show that Nestor Cortez has gotten back to his 4-seam fastball as Bassett breaking it down with the training staff. Looking at that velocity, just hitting 90, 91, not lighting up the radar gun early in this one.
Grounded hard and into left field, a base hit for Isaiah Kiner Falefa, a 13-game hitting streak.
Well, the turf at the Rogers Center, it plays fast. If you're an infielder, you got to be on your toes. This was a base hit all the way between short and third. Anthony Volpe lays out, just tries to knock it down, but he didn't have a chance.
It looked like he ended up getting a bunch of the little rubber flakes in his eye or his mouth, his ear. Might have gotten all over. See them come up and immediately, ooh, he reacts. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Takes ball 1. Yeah, you see Volpe still trying to. I wonder if one of those snuck in his ear. The numbers strong for Guerrero, and over his last 12 games, hitting .358 and slugging over 700, has 5 homers, 14 ribbies in that span. He's homered in the first 2 games of this series, 1 and 2. Two and 2 on Guerrero. Guerrero powers that into right center and deep. Grisham looking up, and it's gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. homering for a 3rd straight game in this series. And for a 10th straight game, the Yankees' opponent has scored first.
Yeah, the Yankees got behind last night. They're now behind this afternoon. And Vladdy Guerrero, it's always a challenge. Try to keep him thinking about the ball inside so he opens up a little bit early. That changeup just kind of sat out over the plate middle. Guerrero with plenty of power to right center field.
So a 2-0 hole for the Yankees.
Change-up out over the plate. Had a little bit of elevation to it. You can see Vladdy goes right out and extends out over the plate.
Blue Jays have scored in the first in all 3 of these games. And Nestor now behind Turner 3-0.
You can see Nestor and Wells behind the plate searching for a pitch that they can go to. Say in the first inning, if you're watching Nestor, velocity's just been okay. The cutter's been a little flat. Change-up just kind of sat there. And they're searching for something.
Grounded to short. Volpe bobbles, bare hands, tosses, and Rice able to scoop it for the 2nd out.
Again, there was a cutter in the pitch before and then a changeup out over the plate. Did not have the good sink that Nestor's changeup usually has, and Vladdy breaking it down between 2nd and 3rd. We've seen that for 3 days straight, Ryan.
That's right. Springer now jolts that into center and deep. Grisham back, leaping, and it's off the wall over his head. Springer going to stop at 2nd with a hard-rung double.
Well, there is a saying in the major leagues that the hitters will let you know what type of stuff you have on this particular day. This is another look at the home run, the changeup. Springer got a first pitch fastball. He hammered it off the wall to right center. And the Blue Jays are showing Nestor Cortes by the quality of their swings that they're all over his fastball changeup cutter combination early in this one.
Here's Davis Schneider. Schneider been getting more starts in the outfield with the struggles of Dalton Varsho and Kevin Kiermaier. Schneider has very good numbers against lefties in his young career. Well, you see, this is the longest streak since summer of 2016 for the Yankees, allowing the first run. 10 straight games now where they've had to dig out of a hole.
And the numbers are drastic, Ryan, with Nestor Cortes. At home, a 1.84 ERA. On the road, 5.57. I hope that those numbers are going to even out by the end of the year.
3-2. Swing and a miss. That ends the inning, but Guerrero does the damage. 2-0 Toronto.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-hardening plaque. As for the other guy...
Sarah, good luck. Finally here in the city.
Have you seen my phone?
No.
Great. Ooh, you break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Verizon.
If it's always been a dream to go to Paris, why stay in a hotel on the touristy side of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris-y side of Paris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday.
Biodiversity. It connects us and sustains us. But nature's biodiversity is at risk more than ever before. And the future of all life is in our hands. So what will you do? Love it or lose it?
Well, we saw the emotion from Marcus Stroman yesterday, and after the game, he tweeted out, "The squad went crazy today. Love to see it. Raw emotion and passion are part of the game. When you care deeply, frustrations come into the light. That's on me for losing my cool. I have to be better. Truly love this team and will always compete at the highest level for my brothers. On to the next." At Yankees, we saw Stroman frustrated with Gleyber Torres a couple of times during the 5th inning, his final inning, as Gleyber leads off here in the 2nd. Yankees trailing 2-0. And Meredith, I thought it was interesting. You know, sometimes something like that happens and guys try and say, hey, you know, I'm not talking about that, but Stroman was very upfront. Yes, this is what I was frustrated about, and said he went to the necessary parties to apologize.
Right. He addressed it head on. He did not shy away from it whatsoever, saying multiple times throughout the course of the interview there's room for him to grow, room for him to be better in that situation. And when I asked Gleyber about it, he said, look, I understand it. You get frustrated throughout the course of a game. I know what it means to struggle at times. There's no hard feelings with what Marcus Stroman did. He was satisfied with the conversation they had. And then Aaron Boone was asked today what he thought about the way Stroman handled it. And Boone continues to say it's a long season.
Torres pops that up into shallow right. Springer makes the catch.
And Flash, you know this better than anyone because you played. It becomes a family, and these guys truly like each other. They pull for each other, and sometimes you get in disagreements as a family or things pop up throughout the course of a year, and they handled it. And there's certainly no hard feelings for anyone involved. And being in that clubhouse almost every day, guys, you could tell this team truly does get along and pull for each other. And though it sounds, you know, interesting, oh, well, they get along, it does translate at times on the field, doesn't it, Flash?
There's no doubt that it does. And listen, you hate to see it out on the field, but I think the most important part is what you were talking about with Marcus, dealing with it with the media, and most importantly, dealing with it with his teammates, and said, I took care of everything I need to take care of. My bad. Let's move on. The problem that you have is when you have a teammate who does that out on the mound and then just walks away from the accountability part.
And more than that, Flash, he wanted to make sure everyone else knew that he knew that that wasn't necessarily the right thing to do in the situation, and he did that by putting it out there. And, you know, Ryan, you mentioned it in the open, just about how relieved Gleyber looked and the look on his face and hitting that home run.
Wells laces out to Springer, 2 down.
When I spoke to him after the game, I was just happy to do something for the team. It's been such a struggle to be able to contribute like that. It shows people that I've been working. I'm getting the results. So that was validating for him in that regard. And he said in times past, the way he's been struggling this year, he was frustrated. He was putting too much pressure on himself. He said that at bat where he hit the home run, he felt more focused. He wasn't worried about some of the negative things that had happened in previous at-bats. He was simply trying to remain positive and take what the pitcher gave him. It worked there. We'll see if he can continue it today.
Good stuff, Meredith. Glaber was up in that first inning with 2 on, 2 out before Ben Rice got thrown out trying to steal third, making the final out there.
Well, we saw some of the metrics, Ryan, on the double play that wasn't turned, right?
Yeah.
And they were all favorable to Volpe and Torres.
Yeah, it was basically the turn from Glaber. He was in the 93rd percentile with the speed of how he did it. And overall, when it comes to the speed of turning double plays, he is 6th among all qualifying Major League second basemen with the speed that he turns double plays at second.
Yeah, I thought Aaron Boone addressed that situation perfectly, that, you know, it's 162 games. There's going to be some good times, some bad times, some things that happen. And as long as you address it as a club, you can move forward.
Well, Mayhew works the 2-out walk. And there's what we were talking about on the exchanges, which really is incredible how, you know, you have a stat for every nuanced thing within this game now. You see, I mean, nothing about that was slow. It was just unfortunate that that hop to Volpe kind of eliminated the opportunity for the double play.
Well, there are also metrics on Vladdy running down the line and how he was busting it.
It was the fastest he ran to first all year. What's cool about those metrics, John, is, you know, like observing games for forever, you'd see those little things and say, wow, you know, it feels like he really turns double plays fast, or it feels like this player's slow at this, but there was no measurement to attach it to. It was just purely observational. And now that you can, I mean, it's so useful. Bassin, who stayed in after taking that line drive in the first, throws a scoreless second. 2-0 Toronto.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
You break it, we take it. Trade in any phone, any condition, and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us. Only on Verizon.
When you share a hotel room with your kid, you also share a bedtime with your kid. But if you get an Airbnb, you get to pick your own bedtime. Powered to do.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth watering. Give me that beefy, meaty, grilly, dilly, pickle popping. Give me that burger, sauce and toss and Papa John's. Better get you some cheesy burger pizza at Papa John's.
It's time to do summer your way at the Home Depot, so you can dig into more projects, pack in more flavor, and dial up the do it, however you choose to do it. Don't miss 4th of July savings happening now at the Home Depot.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's picture was submitted by the Boyd family. Juan Carlos and his family watch every Yankees game from their home in Panama. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. I think that one guy's blocking traffic. Bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Blue Jays. We had some eventful traffic to navigate last night after the game, John.
Well, was there a concert going on? I never found out who it was.
Yeah, me either. There was a concert going on, but the artist escapes us.
It wasn't Shady, right? Shady threw out the first pitch yesterday, but I think his concert is
Shaggy.
Shaggy, I'm sorry. Shady.
Shady is Eminem's alter ego. Slim Shady.
Just the old man in the booth.
Count is full on Alejandro Kirk. Cortez serving up a 2-run homer to Vladito in that first. That's foul down the right field line. Now, in case you're just joining us and you notice on that ball, Oswaldo Cabrera out in right field, wondering what's going on with Juan Soto. Just before the start of action today, Soto was scratched with a bruised hand, doing initial imaging today. As soon as we have any information about that, we'll obviously pass it along.
You know, my immediate thought was what we thought happened at the slide at home plate where we saw his right hand slam down. He played the rest of the game.
Right.
And was productive the rest of the way. So I would view that as a positive sign.
3-2. Chop to third. LeMahieu. One away. We noticed those few games against the Dodgers just how much you feel when Soto is not in that lineup. And obviously with the Yankees already without Stanton, Rizzo, you're already going deeper into the depth of the offense. Fly ball right field. Cabrera comes down to make the catch.
We had a whole video package ready of his clutch swings this year for Juan Soto. 20 home runs already. The most he's ever had at this point in the season.
Yeah.
So he will be missed. You hope it's only for a day, maybe two. Nestor looking for a 1-2-3 second inning here, trying to get that pitch count back under control. Be a good matchup for him against the lefty Kiermaier. Kiermaier has struggled at the plate on batting average just over 200, only a few home runs, and his playing time has decreased because of it.
You know, we saw Springer yesterday get hit on the hand, leave with a bruise in the lineup today. Obviously, the Yankees will hope for a similar turnaround for Soto. Nice bounce back inning from Nestor Cortez. To the third we go.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
Have you seen my phone?
No.
Ooh, you break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Verizon.
to exceptional offers during the Summer of Audi sales event at your local Audi dealer.
Ion. Electrified. Hanguk Tire.
Let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Knock it out of the park every day with FanDuel. Right now, all customers get a bonus or a boost every single day, all summer long. Top of the third inning, Trent Grisham leading off, 9-1-2 for the Yankees, and strike one from Bassett. Unity by Hard Rock, third inning. Bassett went to the black sleeves after taking that liner in the arm from Judge, as Grisham pops it up into shallow center. One away.
Well, good news for the Blue Jays. If you're watching Bassett, it looks like his stuff is pretty much the same that they're used to seeing. A little cutter in on the hands of Grisham, gets an easy fly ball. It's just so subtle with Bassett. He'll sink it, he'll cut it. The curveball's a little bit more dramatic, but there's just little tight movements within the strike zone. It stays away from the barrel of the bat.
John, what is the challenge and also maybe the fun of being a catcher with a guy who has 8 different options for you to choose from?
Yeah, like I said, I would concentrate on the first 3, right? The sinker, the cutter, and the curveball if you're Kirk behind the plate. And then you're saying, if I don't have one of those, maybe I'll sprinkle in a sweeper or a slider. But what we've seen here through now into the third inning, it's a lot of sinkers, it's a lot of cutters. Got the sleeve on the arm now.
And he is one of the rare pitchers who likes to call his own game with the pitch com.
Well, we got a camouflage glove. We have the black sleeve. We have the pitch com on the right hip. And we got a good two-seam fastball.
Wow. Just scrapes across the outside corner.
Again, if you're a left-handed hitter, he throws it at your hip. If you're a righty, he throws it off the plate away. It almost feels like it's in the Yankee dugout, and then it just rips back to the corner.
So Volpe has struck out twice. Here is Ben Rice. Singled in the first on a 104-mile-an-hour liner to left center. Bassett, in his career against the Yankees, 2-0 with an ERA of 1 flat in 4 starts entering today. 7th best ERA all time in the first 4 career starts against the Yankees. Rice smashes that down the right field line. That'll one-hop off the wall. Ben Rice going to motor to second. The throw from Springer not in time. It's a double for Ben Rice. His 2nd hit of the day already.
Watching Ben Rice take batting practice, his body kind of moves towards home plate. And this is a curveball that just speeds up his bat, drills it into right field. But the approach is always moving towards the plate and adjusting with your hands. All over that curveball. 2-out double.
First career extra base hit for Ben Rice. Meanwhile, Toronto intentionally walks Aaron Judge.
Why not?
Yep.
And you're probably going to see a lot more of that.
Don't have the same protection in the lineup right now with Stanton out. Here's Verdugo. A couple of hits last night. Fouls this one off.
Well, this is a direct challenge now to Alex Verdugo. Aaron Judge isn't going to beat us. We think we can handle you. And now how do you step up to this challenge?
Rice off second, Judge off first. Good swing there from Verdugo. It's 0-2.
That's the one right there, Ryan. As you're strolling out of the batter's box, you're thinking, I just had a pitch to drive, and I fouled it off. You see him talking to himself. This is the one. They say every Major League at bat, you're going to get one pitch to lean on, and if you miss it or foul it off or take it, the at bat's going to get a whole lot tougher.
The 0-2. And Verdugo pops up. Didn't get another mistake to take advantage of. Catch made by Clement, inning over. To the bottom of the third we go. Verdugo frustrated.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I think we're out of toilet paper. Oh, no. We need more chips, Mom.
Okay, hon, I'm gonna need chicken.
When you feel like everyone needs a little bit of everything, shop BJ's Wholesale Club on Instacart. Same-day delivery in as fast as 1 hour. Visit instacart.com or download the app to get free delivery on your first order.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the 3-cheese chicken flatbread melt. Grilled chicken and gooey cheese snuggling up together in a pillowy flatbread. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
It is time for Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. 249 career average, 36 homers, 217 ribbies with the Yankees for a while, 91 to 97, and the Cardinals a year, and then finishing up with the Blue Jays in 1999. Not a long career. You got a beat on this one today, John?
So I have this one today.
All right.
And I want to put it on the record that I got this before the manager of the New York Yankees got it.
Wow. Oh, so you did the old pregame in the dugout, Name That Yankee.
And I'm pretty proud of myself on this one. What's the number? Was this an 8?
Was this an 8?
I think it was a high number. It's an 8.
It was an 8.
Now, it helps that his time as a Yankee was right in my wheelhouse when I made it to the major leagues.
Yeah.
So that's where I concentrated on.
Does this guy know much more for his glove?
I'd say that's a fair assessment.
Okay. I think, well, let's hope so. Let's hope so at 236, right? I have it. What's interesting is I went into this series wondering if this person was going to be an answer at some point.
You did?
Yeah.
No, I find that odd.
I don't know why. I think if this person would name that Yankee a lot. As that is lined into right center. Grisham makes the diving catch. Oh, what ground he covered for out number 1.
Well, they just don't give away gold gloves. You have to go out there and earn them. And obviously, Trent Grisham, with his past, has a few gold gloves. And this is the reason why. A great jump, first of all. A direct route, second of all. And then finally, the athletic ability to lay out and make a nice diving catch.
He covered that ground so fluidly in the dive. Made it look easy. That's a terrific play. It's a proud stash that Trent Grisham rocks in center field.
say confident is the word.
Yeah. Volpe. 2 down. Take a look at exit velocity presented by Spectrum. Vladito with 3 home runs in this series thus far. The hang time on the first one was remarkable. And then a couple of blasts to right center. 106.5 off the bat in the first inning tonight. And that is the 2 runs for the Blue Jays.
Now, I already said that I'm the old guy in the booth. You're definitely the young guy in the booth. What do you think of Vladdy's spikes today?
Oh, let me see him. Has he got some, looks like he's got Jordan 1s.
That's what they look like. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, he's rocking some Jordan 1s there. Very nice. The spike game has just grown so much. Wow, Nestor. Forget about Vladdy. Nestor's really bringing it. Off the end of the bat, on the backhand, Volpe across the diamond in a 1-2-3 inning for Nestor Cortez. To the 4th inning we go. Toronto leads it 2-0.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
Current owners and lessees of an eligible competitive luxury brand vehicle get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyric Tech for around $429 per month.
Experimenting. Inspiring. Mentoring. Connecting cultures. And connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org.
When I was 19 and I was going to shows, I was not thinking about permanent hearing loss. I wasn't thinking about tinnitus.
Sometimes my kids are having a conversation with me and that ringing starts in my ear. They're talking to me and I hear their voice, but I can't focus on what they're saying.
The audiologist, he told me that most of his clients are not old people. They're kids that have their earphones in.
I have a lot of regret about not protecting my ears sooner.
Protect your ears at all times, no matter what. It's not something you can get back.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Ryan Rucco, John Flaherty, Meredith Marakovitz with you. Our entire Yes Network crew. Appreciate you hanging out with us on a Saturday afternoon. Rainy day in Toronto, so the roof is closed. Supposed to be beautiful here tomorrow. Torres flew out to right his first time up. Had his first multi-hit game in over a month yesterday. Two 2-0. In at the top of the zone, 2-1.
Chris Bassett really demonstrative out on the mound. After every pitch that he delivers, you could see him evaluating the positives and the negatives.
Strike three. Just nipped the outside corner, and Torres down looking.
Well, he gets ahead in the count. Maybe you're thinking curveball. Nope. It's going to be a two-seamer elevated. Catches the plate.
There's Austin Wells lined out to right his first time up. Splitter misses.
Always appreciated those pitchers, Ryan, that would deliver a pitch and then gather as much information from that as possible. How did I execute, first of all? What did the hitter look like they were trying to do? How did they react?
Wells fouls that down the right field line.
And then you put all that in the computer and figure out where you want to go next.
See the numbers for Bassett since May. 5th in the American League in ERA, 4th in opponent slugging, 3rd in homers allowed.
I know that wins aren't that important in today's game, but they're important to starting pitchers.
Yeah.
This guy has been in line for a win his last 3 outings, and the bullpen has blown each of them. So you know he wants to go out there and do his part.
Probably also means he wants to go out there and give them a lot of length.
Yes.
Not leave much to the pen. Very eccentric guy on the mound.
You know, I don't know why I'm having like Mike Mussina flashbacks, but when Moose would throw a pitch, first of all, he'd evaluate his own mechanics and the flight of the baseball first. But then he was always paying attention to swings, and you can see, as a catcher, I'm looking out at him. You could see the mind racing, like, okay, where am I going to go next? And you had to get there with him, which wasn't the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Yep, good swing, he said. He just said, yeah, good swing. He recognized that and says, I probably got to stay away from that pitch. I got to stay away from that zone. So let's go something totally different here. Maybe backdoor curveball, maybe the split.
2-2. Hit hard, fair, inside first, down the right field line. Into the corner it goes, and Austin Wells is at second with a 1-out double.
You know, Ryan, we were talking about metrics before. Well, the metrics say that Austin Wells' numbers should be better than they are by the hard hit percentage, the exit velo. Hit a rocket to right field his first at bat on a line, nothing to show for it, and hung in there against Bassett. Got a two-seamer, was able to get it by a diving Turner. So 2 at bats, 2 hard hit baseballs for Austin Wells.
Here's LeMahieu. With his first extra base hit of the season yesterday in his 89th plate appearance. Walked his first time today. Takes ball 1. Yankees have had at least one base runner each of the first 4 innings against Bassett. Had first and second in the first with a caught stealing as LeMahieu rolls that slowly to third and will be thrown out by Clement as Wells advances to third.
You see LeMahieu rolls over Clement, takes his time, makes sure he delivers a good throw, gets LeMahieu by a full step.
And a good read from Austin Wells. Getting a little closer here. With 2 out, Cabrera up. You have an interesting hole on the left side against Cabrera because the third baseman Clement plays in, and the shortstop Bichette, as you see, is pinched towards the middle and deep.
Well, we've seen Cabrera have the ability to go the other way. Beginning of the year, this guy was money in the bank with runners in scoring position. Didn't have a whole lot of time to get ready for this, as Soto was a late scratch.
That clips the outside corner with a 72-mile-an-hour curve, 0-2.
When I say get ready for this, I mean Oswaldo was out there getting his work done out on the field, went through his batting practice, his defensive drills, but mentally knew that he wasn't getting a start. Well, that changed a few minutes before first pitch, and got to turn it on, get ready, and in a big spot here with 2 outs, a runner at third.
First start in the outfield this season for Cabrera. He's played 5 total innings. The 0-2. Trent Grisham has had a solid June on deck. Swing and a miss. Bassett fans Cabrera, who's upset with himself. Yankees still scoreless through 3.5.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
Your system. What's your system? What is that?
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours.
Let freedom ring. Let freedom sing. Let it jump for joy. Let it laugh to the point of bursting. Let it hug tight, tighter. To the military service members who give us the freedom to live happy, healthy lives, we're proud to raise health to give you the same in return. Northwell. Raise health.
Dear road rivals, no truck on the road drives value like the Tundra. Day after day, mile after mile, it all adds up to big savings under the hood. What's under yours? Toyota Tundra.
Get 1.99% APR for 48 months plus 1,000 TFS Subvention APR cash on Tundra, or lease one for just $4.99 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's time to do summer your way at the Home Depot, so you can dig into more projects, pack in more flavor, and dial up the do it, however you choose to do it. Don't miss 4th of July savings happening now at the Home Depot.
A Friday afternoon, Major League Cricket makes its debut on the Yes Network. Watch reigning champion MI New York begin their title defense against the Seattle Orcas. The first of 7 electrifying MLC matches begins Friday at 3:30, streaming live on the Yes app.
Sailboat was struggling out on that lake.
Yeah, well, it's a stormy day. Or at least a little choppy. Good see. That little corner open on a day when the roof is closed. Bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees trail the Blue Jays 2-0. Juan Soto, a late scratch in this game with a bruised hand, going for initial imaging today. The 2 runs for Toronto provided on 1 swing. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a 2-run shot to right center in the first. Two and two.
Well, Nestor really has settled down nicely after that first inning where there are a lot of hard hit baseballs against him. Now you're watching the swings over the last 2 and into the 4th here. Not as much hard contact.
That ball is hit well into left center. Verdugo will not get it. It's 1 hop off the wall. Turner with a leadoff double. First good contact in a while against Nestor.
You can see Nestor shaking his head. This is a fastball pretty much middle of the plate. And Justin Turner's been doing this a long time. Capitalizes on that mistake.
Here's George Springer. Backdoor sweeper for a strike, 0-1. Springer left yesterday's game after getting hit on the hand. Obviously well enough to play today. Two and one. And it's 3-1 on Springer, who has struggled this season but suddenly gotten hot over the last few games. And Nestor walks Springer. First and second, nobody out.
If Boring had a workout, it would be the wall sit. I should probably take a break soon.
Meeting at the mound here with Nestor, Wells, and Matt Blake to come out and chat with them as well. All Yankee infield will come to the mound.
Yeah, it's a little bit of giving them a break. It's a little bit of game plan. Okay, how we're going to try to get a double play ground ball here on Snyder. It's a little regroup session.
Nestor can bear down here against Schneider. He starts him off with a cutter, 0-1.
Well, if you're thinking ground ball double play, the cutter in on the hands would be a good pitch. The changeup down and away would be a good pitch.
That time paints a four-seamer down and away, 0-2.
Now you start thinking strikeout here. Where can I go to get a swing and a miss?
The 0-2. Tried the change, elevated it a bit. 0-2 still. The 0-2. Missed badly with that cutter. 1-2. Kirk on deck.
Kirk on deck, and I'm sure the thinking is we can get a strikeout here. Kirk would be a great guy for a double play to end the inning, but you have to execute here.
Two and two now on Davis Schneider, who struck out his first time.
Everything has been away, away, away.
Swing and a miss, went in and up with the fastball and got him for a big strikeout, one down.
Yeah, it's good recognition. Austin Wells and Nestor Cortez away, 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 and then finally we're going to elevate up and in. Snyder had not seen a pitch on the inner half of the plate, and big strikeout.
Here's Alejandro Kirk. Nestor trying to keep things right here with the Yankees trailing 2-0 in the fourth. 71 pitches thus far for Cortez. 0-1. Bassett has rolled after getting hit with a line drive in the arm in the first. Didn't know if he'd be able to stay in the game. He did, and he's pitched well. That's line to right field, a base hit. Down into the corner, Cabrera will retrieve it. 1 run scores. They're going to hold up Springer. It's an RBI double for Kirk, and the Blue Jays lead is 3-0.
Well, Kirk has had a down year, but he just blocks his fastball on the inner half the other way. He's able to keep it fair. Justin Turner scores easily, and the only question, would Springer be able to score from first? He's going to be held up.
Infield in, and a line drive snared by Torres, will throw to third for the double play. Saved a couple of runs with the grab and gets Cortez out of the inning. A nice diving stab by Glaber and a double play to escape further trouble.
Switch to Square and join over 4 million businesses worldwide. Switch to fast setup and even faster checkouts. Switch to making every sale the way you want and the way they want, too. Switch to one system connecting every tool to every task, even as your business grows. Gain time and peace of mind with tools that bring everything together. Switch to Square today. Visit square.com to get started.
Mom?
Yeah.
I think we're out of toilet paper.
Oh, no.
We need more chips,
More
Mom.
chips. Okay, hon, I'm gonna need chicken.
When you feel like everyone needs a little bit of everything, shop BJ's Wholesale Club on Instacart. Same-day delivery in as fast as 1 hour. Visit instacart.com or download the app to get free delivery on your first order.
For years, one company has battled to deliver business products the next day with no freight charges. Now, WB Mason, with their famous fleet of trucks and drivers, faces their biggest challenge, rescuing shipping and packaging buyers from expensive freight charges. That's right. Now, boxes, stretch film, and packaging tape are delivered the very next day at amazingly low prices. So, who do you call for fast delivery and no expensive freight charges? Who but WB Mason?
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days. Everywhere you go, there's a tip screen.
Great set, bro. Now take a look at this screen real quick. Okay. And do you, Michael, want to answer one more question?
At a time when tipping can feel thankless, Domino's wants to say,
thanks for the tip.
By tipping you back. Tip your Domino's driver $3 or more online and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order. Only in Domino's.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Optimum, where local is big time. At Rogers Center, moving into the 5th inning on the Audi scoreboard. Blue Jays 3, Yankees 0. 9-1-2 for the Yanks. It'll be Grisham, Volpe, and Ben Rice. If anybody gets on, Aaron Judge lurks. And there's a strike to Grisham. Solid numbers in June for Grisham. He's had an OPS around 850 this month. Check that. OPS over 1,000 this month. Obviously going to be getting a lot of playing time now with Stanton out. And the Yankees also, they had seen a string of a lot of lefties just coincidentally after Stanton went down. So Grisham wasn't in quite as consistently, but now they have a lot of right-handed pitching coming up.
Yeah, Ryan, and as a hitter, when you get your opportunity, obviously you hate to see Stanton go down, but now Trent Grisham knows I'm going to be in there, I'm going to get an extended run, and you want to make sure when that opportunity happens, you're ready for it. And the numbers you just detailed in June, he's ready.
Stan has started to do some treadmill running. Did Grisham go? He did not. And the count is full. Volpe on deck. First full count for Bassett. 3-2. And strike three called. Got him with a cutter at the top of the zone. And Grisham down looking. 6 strikeout for Bassett.
Well, Aaron Boone not happy, but this was a strike, a high strike with the cutter. Blake chiming in saying that pitch was up. We'll take another look. Looks like a strike.
Yep. And DJ Rayburn has been very consistent throughout this game. And anything on the corners has been a strike. Haven't seen really any egregious striker ball calls. Volpe has struck out twice against Bassett. Chases that cutter. 1-1. He's an interesting watch, isn't he?
I mean, that's really one of the few non-competitive pitches that he has thrown, and he clearly recognized that that didn't do anything to help me.
Volpe fouls away that cutter off the plate. 2-2.
It's supposed to be a cutter inside. It ended up off the plate away. So again, a pitcher who pays attention to the flight of every pitch he delivers. Not real happy with that execution.
Inside, 3-2. Bassett and Kirk were both thinking it was strike 3, but it was inside.
But interesting, right? The pitch before, he wanted to throw a cutter in on Anthony Volpe. You don't usually see that a lot. And then the curveball he tried to throw right at him and bring to the inside corner. Again, not a pitch that we're used to seeing. So Bassett clearly was trying to throw a front door curveball to Volpe off the plate inside.
The 3-2. Volpe stays alive. And look, if you're the Yankees, you just want to make Bassett work a little bit, if nothing else, because that Toronto bullpen can be had, as we saw last night.
Well, the pitch count in great shape at 66 with 1 out here in the 5th, and you mentioned it, has only got 1 3-ball count during the game, so he's forcing contact early. He's given up 4 hits, but the pitch count in good shape.
The 3-2. Volpe grounds it to the left side. Ranging is Clement. Firing high. Volpe gets tripped up, and Volpe is down. Grabbing at his right leg after that errant throw.
The Yankee fans can be holding their breath. The last thing you need to see is another one of your everyday players going down.
Turner a little shaken up as well. See exactly how they got tangled. Turner went to grab it, and then the knee of Volpe against the leg of Turner. Bang. The top of the foot of Turner going up against the knee of Volpe. Volpe staying in there, so is Turner. If Volpe gets second, so that throw went into the camera well. But Volpe reaches on the E5. And Rice, who's had two really good looking at bats, gets an opportunity here with Volpe at second. Rice whistled a single to left center and then hammered a double into the right field corner. His first career extra base hit. Another good hack from Rice, 1-1.
Well, you know that every advanced scout, every opposing pitching coach, they're looking at Ben Rice saying, okay, where can we find a hole in his swing? And so far, it's evident he doesn't swing at too many pitches off the plate. When you watch him set up, he'll move towards home plate. Puts himself in a strong hitting position.
Rice smacks that. 8-up Turner able to hang with it and get to the bag for the second out as Volpe moves to third.
What do you do with Aaron Judge here? You have a 3-run lead. You have 2 outs. If you're John Snyder, you can walk him and say, I'll take my chances with Verdugo with a 3-run lead. I would think at least you're saying pitch carefully.
You were talking about it last night, John, walking out of the ballpark, just marveling and laughing at what Judge has done thus far.
Just the consistency every day.
Fouls that off. Cooking up something special with Hexclad. The OPS leaders versus the Blue Jays all time. Judge 4th. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. I was talking to Aaron Boone about that very thing and just the performance and sort of taking it for granted. He said, I joke with Judgy almost every day. Man, I'm taking you for granted.
Yeah, you do, because you just see the brilliance every day. You just get used to it.
And there's Aaron Judge delivering again. Base hit center field. Volpe scores, and the Yankees on the board. It's a 3-1 game.
RBI number 80 already, and we're not even in the month of July. And it's just a simple approach. Right back up the middle. Pick up a 2-out base hit, an RBI. And I'm sure John Snyder sitting in that Blue Jay dugout saying, I'm actually fine with that, right? It's 1 run, it's not 2. But the Yankees just trying to chip away at this lead.
Volpe still getting some attention after that collision. The Yankees get 1 back on the Judge single. Verdugo struggled over his last 9, had 2 hits, 2 ribbies, his final 2 at-bats yesterday. You see the season numbers for Judge. I mean, those are season numbers. That would be an incredible season, and we're not even in July yet.
Well, when we show these graphics of Aaron Judge against some of the great all-time Yankees, right, Babe Ruth's on there, Mickey Mantle's on there, and yeah, you just kind of gloss over it, like the names that he's put himself in association with.
Aaron Boone was joking with me. He said to Judge yesterday, what'd you do again today? Oh yeah, just 3 singles, no homers though, huh? Just, it's just that kind of consistency, that kind of performance, and he's that kind of complete hitter now. Where look, he's hitting around 400 in the month of June with all that power. Verdugo watches that slow curve float in for a strike. 2-2. Verdugo trying to keep this inning alive. The 2-2. Verdugo taps it to stay alive. Yankees have done a better job working Bassett here in this inning, getting the pitch count at least starting to climb. Now it's 78. The 2-2. .25 pitches in the inning for Bassett. 1 run already in. The 2-2, Judge running. Verdugo lofts that down the left field line into the corner. Schneider going to watch it go foul. Had been cruising. And the Yankees really making him work here in this 5th. Judge leads off first. Another 2-2 coming. And Verdugo swings and misses on a high cutter as Bassett escapes further trouble.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
Have you seen my phone?
No.
Great. Ooh, you break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Verizon.
Let's see what we got in this fridge.
What's a recipe using what I have in my fridge?
Guys, let's do some trivia.
Oh, yes, let's do that, yeah.
I'm gonna win. Summarize this.
It starts with an empty prompt
I was right. Next question.
and the most advanced AI at your fingertips.
Leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Let's go around the majors. Logan Gilbert in June has been electric. 1.51 ERA. Cedric Mullins, his last 18, putting up big numbers. And Jarren Duran has had a huge June on the bases and in the batter's box for Boston. Yankees get on the board, and Aaron Judge RBI single as Kiermaier shows bunt. Bunts it foul. 0-1. Bottom of the 5th inning. Equally significant to the run the Yankees scored, they made Bassett really work in that 5th, so the pitch count now up over 80. And just any extra outs you can force out of the Blue Jays bullpen is a win for an opposing offense.
Yeah, if you look at Chris Bassett and the amount of pitches that he normally throws, it's always right around that 100 mark.
So you figure probably one more inning, unless he had unless he had a really quick 6th. Strike 3, got him looking. 1 away.
Fastball down and in. Kiermaier didn't like the call. Looked like it had plenty of plate.
Bichette fouls it away, 1-1. Well, Juan, how'd the imaging go? This is a guy who does not like being out of the lineup. Doesn't even like DHing. Wants to be in right field every day.
He told Aaron Judge some good news on the imaging.
I hope so. Bichette golfs that off the lower base of the wall and left. Verdugo quickly up with it. And Bichette in with a one-out double.
Well, it's been one of those games for Nestor Cortes. He's given up plenty of hard contact. The ball down and in that's just golfed. Short hopping the wall in left field. But Nestor's been able to work his way around it. Got a little help from Gleyber Torres defensively with the line drive double play. But 3 runs given up already here in the 5th. Aaron Boone getting a report.
This is where we need to access our lip reading experts.
Trying to analyze the body language.
Yeah.
Like, does he look really happy? Does he look like, it's, okay news. Doesn't look too concerned.
No. He certainly looks flexible.
Yeah, hands in the hoodie.
Here's Kiner Falefa, extended his hitting streak to 13 games earlier. Yankees getting some action going in their pen now. Cortes at 84 pitches. 1-1. Cousins throwing in the Yankee pen. Yeah, the hand has just stayed in that hoodie.
Things that make you go,
Yeah. And it's pumped in there for a strike. 1-2. Lined into right center field. Long run for both outfielders. Cabrera can't get there. Late jump for Bichette, and he's going to have to stop at third. It's a single for Kiner Falefa, but no run scores as Bichette really did not get much of a lead off of second.
Kiner Falefa is having quite a series, hitting a lot of balls right on the nose. Cabrera, a good bid right off of the edge of his glove, and Bichette at second base really just had to hang in there, freezing on the liner. Doesn't know if it's going to be caught, doesn't know if it's going to find some grass. And he'll advance one base, and that's going to do it for Nestor Cortes this afternoon.
More of a struggle than it has been recently for Cortes. He leaves with runners at the corners. 1 out. Yankees trailing 3-1.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I own a lot of businesses, so my tech and my network need to keep up. Thank you, Verizon Business.
Now our businesses get fast and reliable internet from the same network that powers our phones.
So whatever's next, we're cooking with fire.
Switch to the partner businesses rely on.
The final stone of the championship.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary.
Rogers, this is looking good.
We believe every moment in sports should be epic.
Is that curling?
No.
This morning's news, curling fever has taken over the world.
So whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
The rash on your back has traveled south to, well, let's just call it south. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy, you've avoided the added discomfort of having to pick up your itchy bum cream in person. This is a got up too fast from tying your shoes back injury. Lucky for you, Amazon One Medical can help. They're great for sneeze-related back injuries, too.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Also by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. It has stopped raining, become a beautiful night in Toronto. Meanwhile, Nestor Cortez, bit of a grind, bit of a struggle today, and leaves down 3-1 with runners on the corners, one out, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming up.
Yeah, there are the numbers for Cousins. It'll be his fourth game. He's been up and down a couple of times this year, but for Nestor, it was evident in the first inning, a lot of hard contact, that it was going to be a grind for him, and Cousins trying to hold it right here.
And deals ball one to Guerrero. There's a strike, 1-1. Chasing, it's 1-2.
Well, Guerrero Jr. has definitely been a hitter in the past. But he will get into swing mode. You see the 18 home runs against the Yankees since 2020. But at this point, a 1-2 count, if you're Cousins, you do not need to throw him a strike. Get him to swing at something off the plate.
There you go. Guerrero chases and is down on strikes. A huge strikeout there for Cousins, 2 down.
Yeah, excellent job getting ahead, and then you just expand and say, okay, if you want to be an aggressive hitter and swing at something off the plate, we'll let you do it. Perfect execution.
Nestor responsible for the 2 runners on. Cousins trying to strand them now with 2 down. Justin Turner doubled, came around to score in the 4th. Oh, 0-1.
You'd expect Justin Turner to get a chance here early in this at-bat to try to drive in a run, but if he gets 2 strikes, that first and third double steal could definitely be a possibility where the Blue Jays try to steal a run. Yankees have to be on their toes defensively.
Have speed both places with Bichette at third, Connor Falefa at first. There's a strike, 96 with a sinker, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, if you're ever going to see the possibility of the double steal, it's right now with 2 strikes, Turner behind in the count. Try to steal a run on the bases.
The 0-2, grounded to short. Volpe goes to second just in time for the final out of the 5th. Job well done, Jake Cousins. 3-1 game into the 6th.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
Have you seen my phone?
Great.
Ooh, you break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Verizon.
Yes.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. I sleep.
At the 72-hour sale, get 0% interest for 72 months on Tempur-Pedic. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Take you to Fenway, Padres, Red Sox, and that's Manny Machado jumping on a pitch from Tanner Houck, top of the third, extends the Padres lead from 1-0 to 3-0 with his 9th home run of the year. So Padres looking to win their 5th straight at the expense of the Red Sox. They're up 3-0. Guys, back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. The 5th inning recap brought to you by Audi and the 24 Audi Q5. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Nestor Cortez, a grind today. Meanwhile, Chris Bassett been very effective through 5 innings. And the Yankees did a nice job, made him throw almost 30 pitches in the 5th just to try and elevate that pitch count, get into that Blue Jays bullpen.
And we do have some activity in that Blue Jays bullpen.
Torres, Wells, LeMahieu, 5, 6, 7 for the Yankees. Good swing there from Glaber.
Bob Lorenz told us about that Padre Red Sox series. Our buddy Higgy is on fire for the Padres.
My goodness. Well, the only player in the majors with a better slugging percentage than Aaron Judge in the month of June, Kyle Higashioka.
Locked in.
Yesterday was the anniversary of the perfect game he caught. Domingo Germán last year. Torres, nice piece of hitting. That's what you need. Glaber Torres flings it into center, and the leadoff man is on for the Yanks.
Well, you start building. Positive game last night. You try to build on it, pitch off the plate, just a little check swing and flip it into center field.
Double barrel action now in the Blue Jays pen. Blue Jays 28th in the majors in bullpen ERA, only the Angels and Rockies worse. As Wells swings through. Austin Wells has laced a line drive to right at Springer, and then doubled down the right field line.
And Ryan, talking about that Blue Jays bullpen and how brutal it has been to start the year. Well, they took another hit today. Jordan Romano, who they thought was inching a comeback, their closer, he's actually going to see Dr. Keith Meister in Texas on Tuesday. That elbow continues to bother him, so not great news there. Also noteworthy, Tim Meza, who is the longest tenured Blue Jay on the team, was designated for assignment after yesterday's game. And John Schneider said tough conversation to have with him. Unfortunately, he just did not have command this year. They believe someone else is going to pick him up. But 0-1 with an 8 ERA in 35 games for the Blue Jays. So he is no longer an option. Jose Quas was called up. He is added to the bullpen. So an option for Schneider this afternoon.
I mean, Meza had been one of the best lefty relievers over the last few years in baseball. ERA basically steadily in the 2s since 2021, but now designated for assignment. And Jaime Garcia, who is having a great year, is also on the IL for Toronto in that bullpen.
Well, Chad Green, the right-hander, ex-Yankees, having a very solid year, so you would assume he would be an option at the end of this game if the Blue Jays still have a lead.
Wells fouls that. Garcia is expected to get off the mound in the next couple of days and work his way back. Got to see Chad Green earlier today.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's got 2 little ones now. He was telling me all about man-to-man versus zone.
It's a whole new ball game.
That's what he and Tommy Canley were telling me. We all had our daughters around the same time, so we like to check in on, how our naps going and sleep schedules, everything. Opportunity here for the Yankees. Torres on, Wells battling. Another 2-2, runner goes. Pitch is a strike. The throw down is in time. And that could not have gone worse for the Yankees. A strike him out, throw him out, double play, where you're also providing a lifeline for Bassett to stay on the mound.
You see Glaber, it's a decent jump. Wells gets caught looking. Kirk just delivers a dime right on the bag. Easy play for Bichette. Take a look at the pitch again. That catches a lot of plate.
So from feeling like something's brewing to 2 outs, nobody on. One and one. You see Juan Soto keeping that hand in the hoodie. Just another reason to make sure you're locked into the WB Mason postgame. Meredith's going to get any answer that can be had in regard to Soto's status and how the imaging went. 2-1. LeMahieu grounds it towards the middle on the backhand. Kiner Falefa throws him out. And that'll do it for the Yanks in the 6th, trailing 3-1 in Toronto.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
Have you seen my phone?
No.
Ooh, you break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Verizon.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach. Connected by OnStar. Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR when you finance with GM Financial. Or current qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $249 a month.
Dan loves a good sale.
Sale?
You need a hand, Dan?
Yeah, I'm good. Canola's on sale. Gonna grab that.
We have a situation in aisle 7.
Hi, Dan.
Whatever the moment,
Angela, thank you.
We'll meet you there. Stop and shop. Feed the moment.
Do you want to close out?
Should I? Normally I'd hold, but taking the gains is smart here, right?
Feel more confident with stock ratings from JP Morgan analysts in the Chase app. When you've got a decision to make, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Hey, Yankees fans, fireworks night is back again this season. Come out to the stadium on Wednesday, July 3rd to watch the Yankees take on the Reds and stay after the game for a post-game fireworks show courtesy of Baby Ruth. Tickets are going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com. Bottom of the 6th inning, we have a new pitcher for the Yankees, Phil Bickford, into the game. Be his 5th appearance, the ERA at 6.23. And he had that nifty 2.93 ERA in AAA.
He also had a very entertaining start-stop coming out of the bullpen the other night.
And Ryan, Aaron Boone was asked about that the other day, and he said he didn't even notice it because obviously he was talking to Carlos Rodon. Rodon trying to make his case to stay in the 5th inning in game 1 of this series, and Bickford had to go back into the bullpen when they decided to stick with Rodon. Aaron Boone said the next day he did kind of razz him a little bit, as did some people in that bullpen, and I don't know that he's ever going to hear the end of that, Flash.
Well, he came out of that bullpen like a man who couldn't wait to get back to the mound, and then when he had to turn around, couldn't wait to get back to the bullpen.
And Aaron Boone did note that. He said he liked the way he ran out of that pen.
I also thought it was interesting, Meredith, that Aaron Boone talked about, hey, even when you're going through a tough time, you need moments of levity.
And here it is right here. And Boone said, well, you know, Mike Harkey should take a little bit of that blame as well. He's the bullpen coach, so they're going to blame Mike Harkey a little bit as well.
You see Bickford all of a sudden, the quick turn is just great. Wait, whoa, what? What? Okay, all right. What's going on? let me get back there. Hey, you, wait, why'd you tell me to go? Yeah, no, I got to go back here. All right. Close the door. Springer locked in, smashes that into left center field. George Springer thinking about 3, going to break it down at second. His second double of the afternoon.
Well, the Blue Jays refer back to the home run that he hit at Fenway Park into the Red Sox bullpen going the other way. That has turned around the swing for George Springer, because he is hitting some rockets in this series against the Yankees. Gap to gap, some home runs. Another hard hit baseball and a beautiful look from the side.
Had an RBI single yesterday, was hit by a pitch with bases loaded, left the game with a bruised hand. First game of this series, he had 2 3-run homers as well as a single, and today he's walked and doubled twice. Varsho pinch hitting for Davis Schneider. Oh, and 2. Two and 2 on Varsho. Lined into left field. Verdugo plays it off a hop. Keeps it in front of him. Springer going to stop at third. Wide turn at first for Varsho, who's going to hang on with a single. And it's 1st and 3rd. Nobody out for Toronto.
A really good play by Verdugo. First of all, selling out, trying to make a sliding catch, but keeping it in front, the most important part. As this ball is hit hard right on the line. A good bid. This comes up a little bit short. And able to keep Springer at third.
Here's Alejandro Kirk, an RBI double in the 4th.
Middle infielders for the Yankees playing halfway.
Grounded into left field, a base hit for Kirk. Springer scores. An RBI single for Alejandro Kirk, and the Blue Jays lead is 4-1.
Well, Kirk is not having the season that he's used to, but he's always had good at-bats against the Yankees. He's doing that today. A double and an RBI, now a base hit and an RBI.
Here's Ernie Clement showing bunt, pulling back. 1-0.
Manager John Snyder playing a little small ball here. Get Clement to get the bunt down. Kiermaier, struggling left-hander, waiting on deck.
Yankees with some action in their pen. All three batters have base hits against Bickford so far in the 6th. Showing bunt, Clement pops it foul. Ferguson getting loose.
See if Snyder keeps the bunt on after that failed first attempt that was popped foul.
Nope. Clement skies that into center. Grisham makes the catch. A fake tagging from Varsho. 1 down. Hey, tomorrow on Yes, Garrett Cole looks to bounce back as the Yankees ace takes the hill in the series finale against the Blue Jays here at Rogers Center. Coverage begins at 12:30 with first pitch scheduled for 1:37 on Yes and the Yes app. There's Garrett. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. So Clement couldn't get that bunt down and then ends up flying out. Kiermaier's had a really tough offensive season. 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. One just misses. 1-0. Two and 0. That is not what you want if you're Bickford. This is the guy you want to go after, and it's 3-0. Vladdy calling a shot. There's a strike. 3-1.
When you're struggling like Kiermaier is, you would not expect him to have the 3-0 green light, but he will hunt a fastball here. 3-1 with Bichette waiting on deck.
Popped up. Off third, foul ground, long run for everybody, and Verdugo gets there to make the play for the second out.
Oh, a lot going on in this inning for Verdugo. A nice bid on the line drive from Varsho, now covering a lot of ground. Able to make that play easily.
Not sure LeMahieu was going to get there if Verdugo didn't come storming in the way that he did. And conversation here between Matt Blake and Bickford.
Say yes to scoring swag and gift cards with Yes Rewards. Check it out now on the Yes app.
So a couple of big outs from Bickford, getting Clement, getting Kiermaier, now trying to get Bichette. Ferguson has been warming. There's no impending lefties that are coming up. So if you're going to Ferguson, you're going to him against righties, but they're going to stick with Bickford here against Bichette. Trying to get out of it, having allowed just one run in the sixth. Little check on Varsho at second. Kirk is at first. Blue Jays lead it 4-1, bottom of the sixth. Third game of this four-game set. 1-0.
When you watch Bichette in this series, and we remember he always had a big leg kick, but not having the type of year that he's used to, batting average down in the 230s, but he shortened up that leg kick. It's a little simpler.
Now 3-0 on Bichette.
He's hit the ball hard today. A line drive to center field, a double down the left field line. And IKF waiting on deck.
There's a strike, 3-1. A 3-1. Missed. Bases loaded. What's interesting, John, is who is Ferguson, or what is Ferguson warming for? Because there's no obvious lefty, and it looks like they're just going to let Bickford still try and get out of this.
Was it the Kevin Kiermaier at bat? If the bunt was down, you bring the lefty on left?
Maybe it was that. Strike one to Kiner Falefa, who has been locked in. Kiner Falefa hitting around 400 over his 13-game hitting streak. He has 2 hits today.
Pressure on the defense. IKF, we know, puts the ball in play.
There's strike two. Bickford trying to get out of it. Huge at bat in this game. The 0-2. Grounded hard and through into left field, a base hit. Varsho scores. Kirk stops at third. It's an RBI single for Kiner Falefa. His third hit of the day, and the lead is 5-1 for the Blue Jays.
And what a series he is having against his old team. And he gets 2 strikes. It doesn't matter for IKF. He's going to put the ball in play somewhere, finds a hole. And with the slow of foot Kirk at second base, Blue Jays only going to get 1 on this hit.
And now Aaron Boone will come and get Bickford. Yankees trailing 5-1, 2 runs in already this inning for Toronto.
This summer, snacking just got serious. Introducing new $3 foot-long dippers. The world might not be ready for them.
But at $3 a pop, your wallet definitely is.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, blasted with Cinnadust.
Come on, flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju up all he would. Holy roller, he got. I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now over me.
so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Tell the people why you haven't done it already, my man.
It started off as a chip and grew into a crack, and it just keeps going.
So what do we do now? I went ahead and scheduled an appointment online at safelight.com. Told them to meet us here at the beach.
Let's get started.
SafeLight repair.
SafeLight replace.
Schedule free mobile service at safelight.com.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
The Audi Electric Moments. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, Ryan, when we came into this series, we were documenting how Vladdy Guerrero had gotten hot over his last 9 games. Well, he has continued against the Yankees. Every game in this series, he has hit a home run. That was in the first inning against Nestor Cortez. And Guerrero has an opportunity to blow this one wide open.
5-1, Blue Jays lead it. Caleb Ferguson on now. Base is still loaded. 2 out. Tough inning for Bickford, who allowed 4 hits and a walk. And what was a 3-1 deficit is now 5-1. Ferguson trying to make sure it doesn't explode to something unreachable. Guerrero has been a monster in this series. 3 homers, a double, 6 ribbies. Bats here with the bases loaded. 2 out. And strike 1. Oh, and 2. Talked about it before. We know Guerrero will expand the zone. Ahead 0-2 here. Guerrero able to chop that fair. Hit it barely off the ground. 2 runs will score. Here comes Kiner Falefa. He will score. It's a bases clearing, game breaking 3-run double for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it's 8-1 Blue Jays.
Well, Ferguson got ahead 0-2 and makes a good pitch down with the breaking ball. But Vladdy just able to put it in play, keep it fair. It's down in that corner, and the way IKF can run, he scores all the way from first. And the monster series for Guerrero continues. Again, not a terrible pitch on an 0-2 count. It would have bounced.
Went down and got it. And the Blue Jays have scored 5 runs in the 6th inning and completely broken this game open. The numbers this series, incredible for Guerrero. For the Yankees, feeling like they broke through yesterday, trying to build on that, and instead now find themselves in another massive hole. Started with a struggle of a start from Nestor Cortez. Just grinding through 4 1/3. We allowed 3 runs. Cousins did a great job getting the final 2 outs in the 5th. His outing was not extended here in the 6th. Phil Bickford got the chance, and he struggled. Then the double by Guerrero off of Ferguson. One, 2, 2-2. Popped up. Foul ground. Rice over. That is onto the netting. Two and two on Turner. Two. Who's down 3-2. Here's the payoff. All four. Turner reaches. Follow Yes Network on TikTok for exclusive behind-the-scenes content, game highlights, and the latest Yankees news. Don't miss out. Join the ultimate sports community today. 8-1 Blue Jays lead it. 5 runs already in here in the 6th. Toronto has now batted around this inning. Springer started it with a double, came around to score. Springer 2 doubles on the day. And how about his last 4 games? 9 for 12, 5 extra base hits.
Well, the Blue Jays have struggled offensively pretty much all year long until about the last week, and coincides with Springer finding his swing.
One and two. Varsho on deck. He has a single and a run scored in the inning. A 1-2. Swing and a miss. Springer strikes out and the inning is over, but the damage is done. 5 runs scored by Toronto off the Yankee pen in the 6th.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
be dentist-ready with Colgate Total.
Strike 3.
Swings and misses.
Drilled to left field and deep. Gleyber Torres, a blast.
That's the way we're going to start this game. I like it.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Current owners and lessees of an eligible competitive luxury brand vehicle get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyric Tech for around $429 per month.
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days. Everywhere you go, there's a tip screen.
Great set, bro. Now take a look at this screen real quick. Okay.
And do you, Michael, want to answer one more question?
At a time when tipping can feel thankless, Domino's wants to say,
Thanks for the tip.
by tipping you back. Tip your Domino's driver $3 or more online and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order. Only in Domino's.
Name that Yankee. Presented by Prevagen. All right, John. You want to say it together? 1, 2, 3. Pat Kelly. Yes. Pat Kelly, the answer to today's Name That Yankee. 1995, Yankees fighting for a wild card spot down in the ninth, and Pat Kelly going yard. Over the wall and left. A young Derek Jeter at the top step to greet him. Helping send Donnie Baseball to his only playoff appearance. Setting off that incredible series against Seattle.
Great video when Mattingly went
Yeah.
to see Varsho in left field when the game's finally over and pounds on the turf
Yes.
at the old Sky Dome, and
yes,
how genuinely happy everybody was for him when they were shaking hands out on that field.
Well, we know Coney to this day still says the loudest he ever heard the old stadium was Mattingly running out to warm up during the ALDS against Seattle.
Donnie was rocking a little leg kick back then too. Found some power in his swing.
Oh yeah. Gary Thorne's hang on to the roof home run call. Great call. Oh, hang on to the roof. Cabrera down on strikes. With Little on in relief of Bassett.
A good slider down and in. Cabrera moving over to the right-hand side. Swings right over the top.
Brendan Little called up from AAA on June 1st. Was a first-round pick back in 2017 by the Cubs. Out of the State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota. Traded from the Cubs to the Blue Jays for cash in November. Actually worked at Driveline this offseason to try and turn his weaker slider into a cutter. And that cutter in there for a strike, 0-2.
Driveline and those facilities like it have changed the pitching game. I mean, at all different levels.
I remember the first time I ever heard of it was with Al Leiter. We were doing a series out in Seattle in 2016. Aaron Boone is upset. I think he's saying it should have been a pitch clock violation on Little. But was not called. But Rolaids relief stats. Toronto's bullpen, they have yielded the highest slugging and the most home runs per 9 in the majors. That's why also there was a focus on, hey, just keep it 3-1. You're getting into that Jays pen, but the Yankee bullpen could not. Now back-to-back strikeouts from Little.
This one by Mattingly. Oh, hang on to the roof. Goodbye, home run. Don Mattingly.
Incredible moment, and the call is just so good.
You know, and when I watch that swing, it brings me back to the batting cage in the Columbus room back at the old Yankee Stadium, where working with Mattingly, talked about that leg kick. Got some power at the end of his career right there.
He sure did. Hi, Donnie Baseball.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
Charles Dickens.
Susan. Susie.
We're not teachers. We're connectivity experts. If millions of communities rely on us for fiber, internet, and mobile, you can too. Optimum, where local is big time.
electrified. Hanguk Tire.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Right now, returning lessees can lease the Ford Explorer for $369 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford stores.
Time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Dave with you. And on the pregame, we talked about a good pitching matchup. Cortez against Bassett, tilted in Toronto's favor.
Yeah, Nestor, the last 3 games, he's been really good with that fastball. It was the fastball, though, that has really gotten him into trouble here this afternoon. He lasted only 4 in the 3rd inning, but Bassett, on the other hand, a tough customer today. He's been pitching on a roll, scattering 6 hits, only 1 run. He was a tough at-bat today.
Yeah, 11 straight starts with 3 runs or less allowed by Bassett. We'll talk about that more on the postgame when Jack Curry joins us, guys.
All right, guys, looking forward to it. Game summary 1-6-0 for the Yanks, 8-12-1 for the Blue Jays. Nestor Cortez, it was a grind. Aaron Judge always doing his thing, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has been a nightmare for the Yankees in this series. A double, a homer, 5 ribbies today. Ferguson stays in. Dalton Varsho pinch hit single and a run scored in the 6th. Roll to second, Torres. John, I just want to take you back. You're talking about the old Columbus room and learning from Don Mattingly. I'm talking about that high leg kick. How about just that experience of having him as a coach and trying to just learn different things?
Well, there are so many stories that I could tell, but I'll tell you the first time I ever met Don Mattingly was spring training in 2003, and I was a non-roster player trying to make that team. And in spring training you have days where the club goes on the road, you stay back, and you work on your swing. Well, it just so happened that Donnie was in camp as an instructor, that he would come down, for a week at a time and then go home and then come back. Well, after my batting practice session, it was so bad, I went in one of the cages in Tampa, and I was hitting off a tee. And Don Mattingly comes walking by, and he's like, hey, John, would you mind if I looked at your swing? And spent about 20 minutes for a half hour, going through things off the tee. And, I grew up in Rockland County, New York. Don Mattingly was the man, obviously. And the half hour goes by, and then I see him look at his watch, and he's like, all right, I got to go. And he runs back in the clubhouse. And I don't think anything of it. I still do my work. Well, I get into the clubhouse about 45 minutes later, and Robbie Kukuza, the clubhouse guy, says, I don't know if you know this, but Donnie came in here, went right into his locker, changed into his street clothes, and he's got to go catch a flight. And he was late for his flight because he was in working with me, who I did not know Don Mattingly. I had no personal relationship with him. And it really hit me that that's just the type of guy that he is. If you're working on your craft, he's going to be there to help you. And that was the first time I ever met him. I have so many great stories and experiences of what a great person he is, first of all.
What an awesome story. And speaking to Donnie, pretty fun to watch as well.
And the one thing when you watch his swing over the years, he was crouched over there as a younger player, and he was not afraid to tinker with his swing. And when he was a hitting instructor with the Yankees, he would always encourage, hey, I think you should try this. I think you should try that. He was big on little adjustments that might go a long way.
Cabrera tracks that down for the final out of a 1-2-3 7th.
Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. So you're dentist ready.
Mr. Walker. Oh, am I early?
Be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
If it's always been a dream to go to Paris,
Why stay in a hotel on the touristy side of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris-y side of Paris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday.
All jobs for someone with autism. To learn more and lead the way in inclusive hiring, go to autismspeaks.org/win. Yep, that job too.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Optimum, where local is big time. Oh, yeah. The Corona rooftop patio. What's going on there? 8th inning, Blue Jays lead at 8-1 over the Yankees. Third game of this 4-game set. Here's Ben Rice. A couple of hits today, including his first career extra base hit, a double back in the third. Juan Soto out of the lineup, in case you're just joining us, was a very late scratch because of a bruised right hand he suffered. You may remember with that slide last night, scoring the Yankees' first run. Went for imaging, initial imaging. We do not yet have word on the results of that imaging. But obviously Meredith will cobble together whatever info is available for you on the WB Mason postgame.
Kind of locking in on this at bat right here. Ben Rice has hit 3 balls hard today, 2 hits, and getting in a bat against a left-handed pitcher. See what this looks like. Quickly behind in the count 1-2.
And Rice hits it hard again, but snared by Turner, who will win the race to the bag. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Juan Soto. See that right hand?
No, I don't.
Exactly. It has not left the pocket of his hoodie entire time. Didn't even break it out to open up whatever little snack he was having there. Do we see it a little bit? Little bit? Oh, okay. Just a little wrap on that right hand, and that was the only time we saw it. And we know this is a man who just loves to post, loves to play baseball, never looks happy in the dugout when he's not.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with our most durable paint. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. Your local Ace has gallons of durable paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, buy one, get one 50% off gallons of Clark & Kensington or Royal.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
If it's always been a dream to go to Paris, why stay in a hotel on the touristy side of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris-y side of Paris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday.
I always knew I wanted to pursue a career in music. And throughout that path, I've eaten Taco Bell. It allows me to free up money and time to do what I love to do. I can then spread as much joy as I can on the dance floor and be visual representation for others so that they believe they can pursue their dreams as well.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by FanDuel. Knock it out of the park every day with FanDuel. Right now, all customers get a bonus or a boost every single day all summer long. and by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Oh, yeah, they're doing the dogs right here in Toronto. That was the right hand of Juan Soto. You see the black wrap around it. Get more on the post game as Judge laces that to right. Every ball he hits is a rocket. That one right at Springer. Judge finally retired. 2 down. Here's Verdugo against Zach Pop. Pitched a scoreless 8th inning on Thursday. Struck out Judge and Verdugo.
Yeah, there are the numbers for Pop, but if you're going over a scouting report, he is your classic sinker slider pitcher. Throws his sinker about 79% of the time, and it's a good one. 96 miles an hour, gets a lot of ground balls.
Verdugo 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts today. Popped up. Shallow left. Varsho comes down to make the catch. A 1-2-3-8 for the Yanks, trailing 8-1.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with our most durable paint. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. Your local Ace has gallons of durable paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, buy one, get one 50% off gallons of Clark & Kensington or Royal.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it!
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you, and her, and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way!
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
World, the time has come to
Push the button.
World, the time has come to
Push the button.
World, the time has come to
Push the button.
FanDuel has something for everyone every day, which means you can beat the heat with no sweat bets. Plus, new customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
The New York Yankees Foundation's 50-50 raffle is now open during every home game at Yankee Stadium. One lucky fan wins half the pot. The other half is donated to the New York Yankees Foundation. Buy your tickets now at Yankees.com/50-50. Holmes getting his first appearance since Sunday versus the Braves. And Aaron Boone talked about this before the game, John, that because Meredith asked him the question of, especially with a sinker baller, what is the what's the balance between getting work and not with Holmes when it's been a while? And Boone said, you know, he's not as worried about it, but now that there's an off day coming on Monday, he probably would get work today regardless of the game situation because he still obviously would be available tomorrow.
Yeah, it's an important inning for him. He hasn't worked in a long time, 5 days, so you want to get him back out there, keep that sinker moving down and away, and he's actually been really good when he's had extended rest like this. See if he can continue that trend.
Jose Cuas warming in the Blue Jays pen. That's a fair ball. One away. Well, fans, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. It's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. Obviously a must-watch with Juan Soto scratched today with that bruised hand and the imaging that he underwent. Still don't have any word on that, so Meredith, you know, is going to be asking Aaron Boone about that following this one. Now, Bob, Jack, Dave Valley in the studio. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Oh, good signs from Clay Holmes, even with the extended time off. Filling up the strike zone. Velocity's good at 97. Good movement on the two-seamer.
Wow. Really good sweeper there. 2 away.
Too quick out, soft contact from Kiermaier, and then a nasty slider down and away. Gets Bichette just to wave.
And when he has had 5 or more days of rest since his Yankees debut, Holmes has been terrific. It's the 12th time it's happened. He came into this game with 12 scoreless innings in the previous 11 appearances. Facing Kiner Falefa here, who has been a massive thorn in the Yankees side in this series. 6 for 10, a homer, 2 ribbies, and 6 runs. The Blue Jays have looked much more like the offensive club we're used to over the last few years. My goodness. Another hit for Kiner Falefa. He'll break it down at second with a double. 4th hit of the game for IKF.
Well, he gets an elevated sinker on the middle end. Just anything that he's hitting against the Yankees, finding a hole just out of the reach of DJ LeMahieu.
That gives Vladimir Guerrero Jr. one more at bat. He too has had a monster series against the Yankees. Today, a homer, a double, and 5 runs batted in. There's a strike. Grounded. Pass LeMahieu into left field, a base hit. They're going to send Kiner Falefa to throw up the line. Guerrero will move to second. Another RBI hit for Guerrero Jr. His third of the day, a 6-ribby afternoon, and it's 9-1 Blue Jays.
Well, if you're DJ LeMahieu here with this slider from Guerrero, you're just hoping just to knock it down. Save a run, couple steps to his left, just out of his reach. Verdugo, the strong throwing arm, just not going to be able to deliver the throw in time.
LeMahieu not quite able to get to it. And it is a 9-1 Blue Jays lead as Spencer Horwitz pinch hitting here for Turner. So the first time Holmes has ever given up a run in an appearance where he's had at least 5 days of rest. Oh, and 2. Garrett Cole, we looking to try and break out tomorrow. And most likely looking to try and salvage a series split unless the Yanks can come back in the 9th. Horwitz down looking. That ends the 8th. Blue Jays push one more across. 9-1 headed to the 9th.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
be dentist-ready with Colgate Total.
If you're finally ready to take a trip without the kids, why stay at a hotel with more kids? Get an Airbnb and have the place to yourselves.
World, the time has come to
push the button.
World, the time has come to
Push the button.
World, the time has come to
Push the button.
Fubo. Watch the Yankees and more of your New York teams. Streaming live on all your devices. Plus, over 350 top channels. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Time for the Chevy plays of the game, John.
Well, the Chevy plays of the game delivered to us by Chris Bassett, who gutted out 6 innings against the Yankees, elevating a fastball. He also throws his cutter a lot. Verdugo's going to get an elevated cutter. Those are your Chevy plays of the game. Blue Jays lead it. Bassett has dominated the Yankees all 5 starts he's made in his career against them, and Yankee bullpen, after Nestor labored, could not keep this game close. Blue Jays able to put up 5 in the 6th. You see Horowitz has taken over at first. Jose Cuas is the new pitcher. Torres 1 for 3 with a single. Lines that. Fair. Down the right field line. That's going to be
A single for Torres as he will hang on at first. But after he had gone more than a month without a multi-hit game, back-to-back games with multiple hits for Torres.
Yeah, just building some confidence now. Not his ace swing, but he will take it as he just flips it down the right field line. You remember his last at bat, a little check swing single to center field.
Here's Wells taking a strike.
You see that delivery from Quas down under, going to get some movement down and away to the lefty swinging Wells. Looking to keep the ball on the ground.
Quas grew up in Brooklyn. Born in the DR. Birthday was yesterday, turned 30. Called up from AAA today after Tim Meza was DFA'd. Used to be an infielder. Was actually drafted as such in 2015 out of the University of Maryland. Eventually converted to pitching. Signed with the Long Island Ducks in independent ball, and Francisco Rodriguez was on the team at the time. Saw Jose throwing sidearm and told him to keep doing it. Got more comfortable with the new motion and eventually signed with the Diamondbacks. Wells jolts that high and deep to right, and Austin Wells has gone yard. A two-run shot for Wells, his third of the year, and it is a 9-3 game.
Good for Austin Wells. Every time he gets a chance to play, hitting balls hard and not having a whole lot to show for it. Line drive early in the game. Also had a double and now a two-run home run as the Yankees trying to make it interesting here in the ninth.
Here's LeMahieu. Hitting in the 7th spot. LeMahieu fouls it back, 0-1. One and one. Rolled slowly back to the mound. Quas throws out LeMahieu, one down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. There's Oswaldo Cabrera. Got the start in right after Juan Soto was a late scratch with a bruised hand following that slide into home yesterday. Two and 0. Cabrera looks at ball 3, and now heading the count 3-1. Trent Grisham on deck. Popped up. Behind second. Kiner Falefa makes the catch. And the Yankees down to their final out. Game started by Nestor Cortez. Gave up 3 runs and 4 1/3. Jake Cousins able to get out of a jam in the 5th, but then Phil Bickford and Caleb Ferguson struggled in the 6th. Blue Jays able to run away there, build a 9-1 lead eventually before the 2-run homer by Wells here in the 9th. Yankees down to their final out. No 1-2. The 0-2 is high, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Blue Jays win it 9-3 and have taken 2 of the first 3 in this 4-game set. We'll be back to wrap things up from Rogers Center in a moment.
One of these people brushes with Colgate Total Plaque Pro Release. It dissolves and lifts away plaque for 2 times less gum-harming plaque. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
be dentist ready with Colgate Total.
I own a lot of businesses, so my tech and my network need to keep up. Thank you, Verizon Business.
Now our businesses get fast and reliable internet from the same network that powers our phones.
So whatever's next, we're cooking with fire.
Switch to the partner businesses rely on.
Spectrum, we know that internet is a vital tool to help you fulfill your dreams.
I want to be a part of
video game developer.
New York,
is to get my online
York. These vagabond
Affordable Connectivity Program is ending. That's why Spectrum designed affordable internet and mobile solutions to keep you connected.
Right through
We are
the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little towns are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. In a city that never sleeps, and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, a #1. These little town blues. up to you, New York, New York.
Visit charitywater.org today.
It is time for the Buick Drives of the game.
Well, IKF saying, hey, Yankee fans, you remember me. He's having a big series and having a big game today. That was his first base hit, then he goes the other way. That's going to be another base hit and RBI. And then finally finishes with a down the line. Those are your Buick Drives of the game.
Are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
3-8-0 for the Yankees, 9-14-1 for the Blue Jays. 2 hours, 51 minutes. Passive
are
the win.
melting away.
Cortez the loss. Another productive day from Aaron Judge.
I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Never sleeps and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, a #1.
And that's kind of what we saw today. Let's get your
little
opening
town.
He's an artist out there. When you watch a picture and observe a sinker, the way he throws that sinker amongst his other pitches,
start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to